Gentlemen, please welcome the 2013 Travel Innovation Summit Startup Company Award winner, Ryan Frankel, CEO of VerbalizeIt's.
So I want to thank everyone for the opportunity. This is a very big honor for us here at VerbalizeIt, not only because we're up against some amazing companies, but because this is a great vote of confidence from the critics, from innovators in the travel industry who've seen this and done this before and really believe we're onto something special. And we really do at VerbalizeIt. We think there's a really nice opportunity to marry technology with our translators to improve the global travel experience, but also help companies internationalize. We're excited about the fact that there is a proven industry for what we're involved in. There's $35 billion are spent every year by companies, and we've started to see some early traction coming to these companies and saying, look, we can do this better, cheaper, and more efficiently than what you're accustomed to using. And the other element of that is going to companies who aren't currently buying translation, but want to skate towards where the puck is actually headed, are looking for solutions that are easy, cost-effective, and really meet their unique demands. So we're really excited about where we are today. Just summarizing a bit about the company and how we'd love to be most helpful. VerbalizeIt is delivering that instant access to 16,000 translators all over the world, delivering live interpretation for travelers and call center support, website localization, document translation, you name it. We are excited about this $35 billion market. We think there's even opportunities to expand that when you encapsulate global travel. And when we look at the demographics and the rates of internationalization, we are truly excited about that. And in talking to a lot of the companies here this week, it's about driving ancillary revenue. It's about creating engagement and loyalty with your customers. And we think there's a unique opportunity to work with some of the great companies here to do just that. So in closing, I think it might be a little bit bold, but in a similar vein in which today we say, just Google it for search engine. We one day want to make VerbalizeIt synonymous with translation. So anytime you're running into a language barrier, be it in travel, be it in business, just VerbalizeIt. So thank you all very much for the opportunity.
Well, Ryan, it's really a fascinating mixture of human intervention with technology. And one of the most fascinating things about this is how you've been able to get all these translators worldwide to a critical mass. And it's really a distributed model. It's not this big call center that you have created, but it's actually people that are just available at that time in order to translate. Can you talk a little bit about how you built that network?
Sure. So it started out nothing beyond simple recruiting, going to language learning institutes, going to teachers, tour guides, different agencies where you can find multilingual individuals. Mm-hmm. And then what we found is that got us to a couple of thousand people. And then we realized the cost of acquiring new translators to join our community was much better served by word-of-mouth referrals. And so we came out to the translators and said, look, we'd love to have your help in referring others. Mm-hmm. They brought new members to the community. We tested them all, and today we're just north of 16,000. Mm-hmm.
So it reminds me a little bit of the Uber model, in the sense of who is available to give you a ride at that time. How are you going to scale up as you become more and more successful? Because it seems like if you start taking on some big corporate travel or some big OTAs, there's going to be a volume surge. How do you manage that? So
one of the things that's really exciting about what we're doing is the fact that it is a distributed workforce model. Today we have the capacity to handle several million minutes a month of interpretation, tens upon thousands of pages of document translation, just with the 16,000 translators that we have active on the platform. There's another 15,000 or so that have already been approved, so that gives us additional scale. And because we don't have an actual call center, because we are distributed all over the world, it enables you to ramp up the supply of translators you have as a function of demand in the community.
Even if there is a sudden peak in demand, say there is some need for, there's a convention someplace and there's some need for people who are traveling through a large TMC or OTA to suddenly do something else, and they feel like they surge upon you, you still feel comfortable you're going to be able to handle that demand?
We do. We have the ability to flip a switch, scale up the number of people that are active. Okay. The other thing is we have algorithms in the back end that show how many translators are available as a function of demand, so you can manage that supply accordingly.
So I alluded to the fact that the corporate travel industry may be very prime for this. Any plans for the corporate travel?
100%. We think there's a really clear corporate travel value proposition.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ryan Frankel from VerbalizeIt.
Thank you.